So in a roadmap for this last speech, we are going to be talking about mainly the impacts, and we're going to do these impacts from the perspective of an AFNEG world, and also to address the points that have been kind of ongoing in this debate. So the impacts that we're talking about here are really proposed in the affirmation. They say that the impacts are just the fact that like ISIS is going to become more active if we continue to be giving like Saudi Arabia money through the use of oil. However, to this, we'd like to state that we would like to extend our point that terrorism is not dependent on money. Sure, funds make things easier, but violent people are going to do violent things no matter what. Also, we would like to state that there is that this argument of depression as a result of terrorism really has no merit in this debate, because the fact is that depression exists in terrorist and non-terrorist cultures, and this is really a small, it's unfortunate, but it's a small impact compared to that of like the death of everyone on Earth by climate change. So next we would like to point out that the impacts that essentially would exist in the AFNEG world. So in the negations world, or in the affirmations world rather, what we would have is a system that just invests so much money in oil that it completely forgets that we have this like huge impending doom problem of climate change, which is going to kill us all. Also, in the negations world, what you have is we're investing in the environment. We're investing in something that could not only help us in defense, which would be helping us towards our future, but our environment as well. They also stated that oil is the future of America. However, we would like to say to that America will have no future if we use oil. If we continue to use oil and fossil fuels, we are going to have absolutely no future, because climate change will accelerate and it will kill all of us. An example comes to mind of, for example, being in the hospital and having to undergo like a heart bypass and saying to the doctor, well, now I'll do anything. Now the situation has become so dire that I will go on a marathon. I will eat vegetables for the rest of my life. I won't touch a hamburger. But the thing is that it becomes too late at that point. And this is essentially what's going to happen with climate change, is that it's going to become so late that once we finally realize what we're doing to our environment, it will be so late that we will have to see our planet deteriorate right before our eyes, and we will all die as a result. And this is the largest impact that should be weighted in this debate, rather than just the possibility of terrorism becoming more active and killing some people versus the climate change accelerating and killing absolutely everyone and everything on this planet. Now we would like to also talk about some other points that have been kind of ongoing with the point about STEM jobs. Our plan actually, they stated that this is an advantage to their plan. However, our plan, our counterplan, rather, would actually increase STEM jobs much more than their plan would, because of the fact that we're directly involved with science, whereas the majority of this of AF's plan is going to be in maintenance, and the majority of costs that go towards that. So really what you should be voting on in this debate, judges, is really the fact that the affirmation hasn't proposed a plan that is actually going to help our environment. They've proposed something that's essentially going to kill us all, whereas we have a counterplan that is going to solve this extremely huge and pervasive issue in our environment. And so, because of the fact that our counterplan not only solves for climate change, but also that their contentions have been voided from this debate, I strongly urge you to vote in negation of this resolution. Thank you.